You also, so in our DM conversation on
Mhm.
TikTok, and I think also you've done a couple of videos on it now. You also talk about birth control, like
Yeah,
impacting how women like feel, because I mean it impacts your hormones, right?
everything. Yeah. I mean, I was also on birth control. I went off of it in 2013 and I was still on so many other meds that I don't even know how it really impacted me. And I was so kind of unconscious. But um, I I now have, I think, four women in my life that I kind of influenced to get off of birth control, and they all have wild stories. Like one of them was very much masculine, like in her masculine, like rock climbing, like, and I was having this like femininity awakening when we were kind of friends and hanging out. And we were so diametrically opposed. I kind of influenced her to get her IUD taken out, which she had, she'd been on birth control. I think she said since she was like 14 or something. And right after that, having a huge femininity awakening in her body, dealing with trauma, like birth control makes women like men. It creates a male fertility cycle in women. A man's fertility cycle is a flat line. Like you guys have a 24-hour cycle, but it's the same every single day. You don't vary day to day. I mean, your job is to propagate the species, so it should be like on point every day. Ours is cyclical. We're like cyclical, seasonal creatures, and like every week is different, every day is different, and that's the whole point. And it's what connects us to our femininity and like our nature as women. So, I mean, I've had friends say that they're attracted to much different men. I have another girlfriend. She is just like a rock star in her career in finance and just kills it. She's like a founder of a crypto company, and she got off of birth control and she was like, I'm kind of glad that I was on it because I would have never like worked so hard. I wouldn't have had the thing in me to want that so badly. So it just totally changes how we think and how we relate to our bodies and our desires, who we're attracted to, like the whole thing. It's like all synthetic. It's like just we're a bunch of synthetic people walking around trying to like interact with each other. It's like this weird dystopia that I kind of pan out and observe sometimes.
So I was just going to ask, like, do you recommend women do like IUD? But it sounds like you no pills, no IUD either. IUD
No.
is a problem too.
Yeah, I mean, also I just think like what it's done to our, and look, I have very strong opinions. I'm not giving any medical advice to any women, but I
Thanks. I
think
don't
what
want to
birth,
get the show sued. Yeah.
yeah. What I think birth control has done to society at large, it's like it's just set women so far back. Like before, women made men literally give them a diamond freaking ring before they got the cookie. And now, because we don't have consequences, because we've been masculinized, because now we're thinking like men and acting like men because we're all on birth control. What has it done? Like, but now men more than probably ever view us like objects, and we're good for sex and then on to the next. And it's like, do we really want that? At the end of the day, like women, we don't want that. We don't. And sure, if you're an empowered woman or whatever and like that's what you want to do, I'm not shaming you, but at the end of the day, typically women, we want commitment and partnership and someone to like raise children with. So I just think on a macro level it's done a lot of damage, and on a micro level it's done a lot of damage.